All right, so we're gonna do another workout in this series, right? Design your own home workout series. If you're uncertain about the programming, check out the previous videos, right? Either on my YouTube playlist or my IGTV account. We're gonna dive right in. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do your total body exercise is gonna be a rotation today, right? It's a hay baler. So grab your dumbbell or whatever you got that weighs between like 5 and 15 pounds. If you're using more than 15 pounds, then more than likely you got some kind of weight, no doubt. You can use a bag of rice, you can use pretty much anything that's fairly dense that you can hang on to with this. All right, so again, from here, right, we're gonna rotate down, pivot, rotate up. Rotate down, pivot, rotate up. So again, these are hay balers. Imagine like you're throwing out or emptying a bucket of water. You want to make this fairly dynamic depending upon your mobility and your level of conditioning. So again, I'm pivoting at the hip joint, 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 right? So if that's a little much, maybe you're right here and you're just focusing on rotation, right? Focusing on rotation. If that's still a little too much, engage your core, lock everything down, and you're just gonna go from here and up, right? From here and up. 8 to 12 repetitions first set, 10 to 15 second set, or again, you're going 40 seconds out, 20 seconds of recovery. We're moving on. We're gonna do a deadlift. Again, if you got a dumbbell, you're holding it like this, bag of rice, whatever. You're gonna take a wide stance. This is sumo style deadlift, or for those of you who dance, it's a plié. You're gonna go heels wider than shoulder width, feet slightly turned out. You're gonna grab that dumbbell or whatever you got, knees out, hips back. Knees out, hips back, squeeze and drive up. Knees out, hips back, squeeze and drive up. Driving through the heels, right? Knees out, hips back. And we're just going just past the knees. Just past the knees, pending your mobility. If you want to take this up a notch, weight's just too light, then make it a jump squat, right? Just make sure knees are tracking in line with the toe. All right, we're moving on. Again, same thing, 8 to 12 first set, 10 to 15 second set, or you're going 40 seconds on, 20 seconds of recovery. The next thing we're gonna dive into is just a single arm row. We're gonna add a little tricep kickback to this just for the fun of it, because often, again, you're probably using a weight or resistance that's a little too light for you to row, right? So we're just gonna add a little tricep kickback to this. So nice supported position. Torso is as close to parallel as you can be with the ground. We're gonna row, we're gonna extend the tricep, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, 8 to 12, 10 to 15, or 40 seconds. All right, you'll go one side then the next. The single leg exercise we're gonna do is a skater. And we'll use that dumbbell, or again, whatever weight you have, and you're going to, so we're going to single leg squat, you're going to just come up, and we're adding a little bit of internal rotation at that hip joint. Now, if you need to, right, you can always go without the bell. The other thing you can do is you can tap that foot back and tap it forward if this is still a little too much. You can always hold on to something while you're doing this as well, right? You can always hold on to something, right? But again, for those of you who have the mobility and the strength, maybe you're going a little bit deeper. And again, I'm adding this rotation in at that hip joint. All right, cool, moving on from there. Then next thing we're gonna do, and you can do this on the floor or on a bench, up to you. I kind of like doing this on the floor. And I call this a DNS, single arm chest press or floor press, right? You're just in a reverse tabletop position, right? Back nice and flat, core's nice and engaged. And from here, we're gonna just do a dumbbell chest press, single arm. If that dumbbell is super, super light and you want to take this to the next level, right, you can always challenge your shoulder stability by making it a little bit more of an unstable surface, right? But don't do that if you don't have the stability, right? If that's too much, just put your feet on the floor, right? Just put your feet on the floor and do it that way. All right, last thing we're gonna do a core exercise. Now we've worked kind of anti-rotation, right, with that press. We've worked rotation, obviously, with the hay baler. So now what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna come and do a side plank, right? So again, you got a couple of ways, right? Maybe you're on your knees, right? Maybe you're on your feet, top leg in front. Maybe the legs are stacked. Maybe you're taking the leg up and doing the arm at the same time. Maybe you're on that hand, doing the arm and the leg at the same time. Whatever's gonna be optimal for you. So again, 8 to 12, you gotta do that plank for time. One of the ways you can do it if you don't have a watch or a clock handy is you can always do it based on your breath, right? So just think 10 exhalations for 20 seconds, 15 exhalations for 30 seconds. Hope this is helpful. Leave a comment if it is, like it if it is. If you're looking for any kind of online training, I have small groups that I offer through Zoom. Reach out. Aloha.